Okay, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel, where today I am going to talk about update 1.11.1 common test, which just rolled out about an hour ago. And while I'm recording this, I'm already downloading the server itself as well. So in the upcoming days, you definitely want to stay tuned to this channel, because I am going to test out every single thing this update has to offer, including the main feature, the main a cherry on the top of the cake, which is Italian heavy tanks, new high tier Italian heavy tanks starting from tier 7, tier 8, tier 9 and tier 10. I want to show you if this line is worth it. You need to know if you want to spend the most valuable thing in the world, which is your time, into this line or not. Rinoceronte at the very top. On the top of that we have some other things, for example Platoon 2.0 and interface improvements as well. And also, ladies and gentlemen, in the upcoming days, I'm not going to say when exactly, there is going to be one quite a big video released. Here is just a tiny little teaser for you. People used to live here. Now it is a ghost town. Okay, enough. This is all you get. I am not going to say anything about that. Who knows? Who has been following my Instagram knows a bit more, maybe. Anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, update 1.11.1. While I'm downloading it, let's see what it has to offer. Let's see what Wargaming is saying about that. And just a quick information to you: if you want to play on the common test server, you are able to download it as I am doing. So, okay, subtitles on, let's go.
The common test for update 1.11.1 is around the corner. It gives players a chance to take a look at new improvements and get a grasp of the new mechanics before they become an integral part of World of Tanks. The update contains both small improvements and large new features. Platoons 2.0 allows for looking for the platoon players who suit you best, quickly and conveniently. A more convenient interface both in the garage and in battles. And of course, new Italian heavy tanks.
Alright.
The Italian heavy tanks are finally ready to show what their new guns are capable of. There's a fork before tier 7 that allows switching from the medium tank branch to heavy tanks.
Okay, so quick tip right away: if you want to get into Italian heavy tanks right as they are released, uncheck your accelerate crew training on tier 6 P43 bis and start collecting some experience for the tier 7 Carro B88.
The Carro P88. Progetto CC55 Mod 54. Progetto C50 Mod 66. And the Rinoceronte. They will feature a mechanic similar to the Italian medium tanks, but there's one enjoyable difference. If a vehicle fires while auto-reloading, it will get a bonus to the speed of loading the next shell to compensate for the spent one. The less time that remains until it's fully loaded, the bigger this bonus will be. The bonus starts accumulating 2 seconds after the reload inside the drum. This is displayed by the first of 4 markers. The second marker indicates a 16% reload time boost, and the third indicates a 33% acceleration. 2 seconds before the shell is loaded, when the last marker lights up, you get the maximum bonus of 50%. A special sound signal will notify you about it as well.
Okay, I have to say thank you for making it super clear. For now every single player should understand how it works. I try to explain it. I try to make it as simple as possible when the when the Rinoceronte C45 was released, because but it actually is super easy. As soon as you see the indicator, now we have the percentages over here as well. You simply get a little reload time back, or you do not have to spend the full reload time anymore if you hit the window, and that's it.
It may sound difficult, but it's easier to use this system than the usual auto-reloading. For example, an Italian medium tank doesn't fire at the enemy because it wants to load the next shell and fire 2 shells. But these seconds are enough for its target to get away.
Okay, for the start, what this player did right over here is super bad. This is, oh, I try to maximize every single situation, and many times player just flat out lose the match. Battle after battle after battle. Just when you have a shot, and when you see there is even a slight chance that you might not be able to take 2 shots, or you might not be able to fire, like what this player did over here, for example. This guy, like, he's still loading. Okay, not the player, I believe this is just the test to show, but never do that. This player is still loading. Like, you would never be able to take the second shot anyway because of the reload time between shots, so just take the bloody shot. Okay.
Get away. If the medium tank still fires, the reload is reset and it loses the next shell as well. And here's a tank with the improved auto-reloading system. It allows the commander the flexibility to make tactical decisions. It's better to wait and load the shell, but if you fire even a second before the next shell is ready, a part of the lost time will be compensated for, and the vehicle won't be left helpless.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
This bonus compensates for the time you've spent on a partial reload. This will allow the commander to save precious seconds in battle, and the tanks will remain very dangerous for the enemy in any situation. However, it's not only their guns that helps them survive in the thick of battle. Reasonably good dynamics, typical of all vehicles of the branch, will let the vehicles attack and retreat quickly. Decent armor and excellent gun depression angles will provide conditions for unleashing their power. You can try the new mechanics right in the game, in the test client of the future update. Now let's talk about the updated Platoons, playing in which will make progressing through the Italian branch more fun and effective.
Okay, so before I'm going to jump into the battle, or into the battles, into the tester myself, the biggest problem when I was able to test it out on the special server as well, together with some other content creators, the biggest problem was the TPM. You were, in this vehicle, you were outclassed by every single tank, basically, because of the long reload times. We'll see. I heard they buffed it. We'll see how much. I'm actually excited to play with it, just to see if the line itself is going to be worth it, because many times tier 10 determines if the line is worth it or not, or in some cases tier 9 as well, because IS-3 2 double barrel tank is actually better tier by tier than ST2, for example. Okay, so Platoon 2.0, let's see what they have to say about that.
Now let's talk about the updated Platoons, playing in which will make progressing through the Italian branch more fun and effective. This is a new system of searching for platoon members to play with. It provides several new opportunities. It features a quicker and more convenient search for players using the Find Players button in the corresponding menu. You can set the parameters of this search. You can select several preferable vehicle tiers to find company for enjoyable and diverse play. And you can also select those who use or don't use the voice chat. If you turn on this option, you will still be able to mute your platoon members. Finally, you can view your platoon members' vehicles right in the garage next to your vehicle. They'll be displayed in their current look in accordance with your settings for displaying non-historical customization elements when finding.
Oh, that's actually super cool, guys. That's actually very cool. Number one thing, prefer players with voice chat. If that actually works, and if I select it and only players who are using it actively have it selected as well, that would be super awesome. Something for episodes, something for, you know, random Platoon episodes where I'm actually talk to the players as well. That's super fun. And finally, the type of platoons what we have in other games, in other FPS games, when your teammates, platoon mates are next to you, that's also a very, very neat feature.
Finally, you can view your platoon members' vehicles right in the garage next to your vehicle. They'll be displayed in their current look in accordance with your settings for displaying non-historical customization elements. When finding players, the system will take into account the vehicles in the players' garages, their number of battles, and most importantly, their rating in the Hall of Fame. Such platoon members will be worthy of you and your skill. Please note that selection by rating may work less accurately on the comment test due to the lack of extensional statistical data on the accounts. Platoon member selection will now work in random battles, with plans to introduce it in several other modes. We'll tell you more about it later. In their current...
Okay, massive question. This is all nice and dandy, but, and most importantly, their rating in the Hall of Fame. You can see how good those players are. For example, let's say this is a platoon, actual platoon. Who are they going to face? Is the matchmaking going to pick the same good platoon? Or are the enemy players just casual players who are having fun? 6,000, let's say twice as low Hall of Fame rating or WTR rating. How is the matchmaking going to be like? Because if this platoon goes against casual players, well, it is already decided in the loading screen, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a massive question. I want to know answers, actually. Because it completely can F up the 12 other enemy team members as well. Because, you know, if you are in the 3-5-7 matchmaking, many times, like 70% of the times, it depends how good your tier 10s are, who is going to win. So, I want to know that.
XP and credits on condition of having now work in random battles, with plans to introduce it in several other modes. We'll tell you more about it later. Progressing through the branch when platooned with your fellow tankers is not only fun, but also profitable. This is because the platoon bonus to XP and credits on condition of having premium account hasn't gone anywhere. Unlike the Find Players button, the new platoon button will create a new platoon to which you can invite the tankers from your friend list. You can also gather here together with a fellow tanker and find a third one with the help of the search. Keep in mind that clicking the player search button will annul all your current invitations to the platoon. If you don't want to use auto matching and prefer the old platoon system, don't worry, you can use the updated system the old way. Dynamic platoons also remain.
Okay.
You will be able to see the full list of improvements for enjoyable platoon play in the near future.
Alright, so yeah, only one big question, the question I raised. If the good player, full of good players, platoon, is going to jump into the battle, who is going to be against them? Because usually, you know, matchmaking currently matches triple man platoon versus triple man platoon. I want to know that. Anyway, improvements to the interface, repair timer, X-ray circle, and server auto selection. Alright, this repair timer in the consumable list, let's see.
In addition to complex solutions, we continue to implement the best ideas from the user mods in the game. Now, if you select a particular server when entering the game or switching servers, the game will remember it and automatically select it the next time you enter the game. The in-battle experience has also become more enjoyable. Damaged modules now have a timer for auto repair. Now you will know exactly when a module is back and running again.
Very good.
This will help you to not waste a repair kit, or on the contrary, use it at the right time. Also, the so-called X-ray circle of 50 meters is now displayed on the minimap, within which the vehicles are always spotted. You see the enemy, and the enemy sees you.
So this is the proxy spotting.
The X-ray circle and the auto repair timer can be enabled in settings. With all these small improvements, World of Tanks will become even more enjoyable and player-friendly. These are all changes you can personally evaluate during the common test of Update 1.11.1. Try the improved interface, find fellow players in Platoons 2.0, and test the improved auto-reloading mechanics of the Italian heavy tanks, led by the Rinoceronte. Good luck on the battlefield.
Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rinoceronte in front of you. Update 1.11.1.1.1. 2.1 version 2. Anyway, you can definitely stay tuned for more videos from the test server. I am going to be over here. I dedicate my time to show what is happening, to show if those tanks are worth it or not. So stay tuned for that, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the notification bell as well, and stay tuned for the big episode. Will be uploaded soon, let's just say soon. But now it is time to jump into the server, and but now I'm going to leave you, so be over here next time. Stay awesome, stay sexy, take care, and bye.